A very good evening to you all. Welcome back to our channel, the Junior Primary Channel for Interview. Well, I'm Dola Festus, and on today's discussion, we are focusing on the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia, the articles that link or permit the statements into educational systems. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And if you have a question, a suggestion, or an addition, just type it right in the comment section. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. So, the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia is the backbone of all official documents. Therefore, the articles in the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia that authorized statements to educational systems, so they are very crucial when it's come to the life of student teachers, or the lives of teachers, or the life uh, to the unemployed teachers in Namibia. So let's have a look on them. In the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia, there are 21 chapters. So in the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia, there are 21 chapters. And then there are 148 articles. So we have 148 articles and 21 chapters in the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia. So I have taken, or I've noted, or I've pointed out the one that I found most useful when it's come to education system. So I've chosen only two chapters, chapter 1 and then chapter 3. Two chapters, and one chapter is chapter 1 and the other one is chapter 3. And then I have chosen 6 articles. I've chosen 6 articles from the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia, which I choose Article 3, which is language. I choose Article 8, which talk about the respect of human dignity. I choose Article 10, which is about equality and freedom from discrimination. Article 15, rights, the children's rights. Article 19, we talk about culture. Article 20, that talk about education. So let's have a deep look in these articles. We are going to start, or we are starting with chapter 1, article 3. Chapter 1, article 3, which states about language. Let's have a look in it. So article 3 that talked about language, it says that the official language of Namibia shall be English. So the official language of Namibia shall be English. Therefore, any formal matters that in Namibia shall be done in English as a formal language. That's why the interviews are also done in English. So, okay, it states again that nothing contained in this constitution shall prohibit the use of any other language as medium of instructions in private schools or in school financed or subsidized by the state. Something subsidized, it means that school is partially paid, or it get some resources or some financial assistance from the government. So the private schools and the government schools. So the use of any other language as a medium of construction, a medium of instruction, is not prohibited. So schools can use any other language as form of medium of instruction. For example, they can use Oshindonga, Oshikwanyama, Oshiherero, Africans. Those languages, they can also be used as a medium of instruction. So it is something that the government or that the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia permitted. That was Article 3 that was all about language. Then we move to Chapter 3. Chapter 3, Article 8. So it's about respect of human dignity. So let's have a look what it says. The dignity of all persons shall be inviolable. So the dignity of all persons shall be inviolable. So there's no one who have a right to violate any person's what dignity. In any no person shall be subject to torture or to cruel or inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment. So uh, you cannot be what be punished. You cannot be treated in a bad way. You cannot be any treatment, bad treatment, torture, or too cruel or inhuman. So these things are not allowed. So these things are not allowed. That's why when you are being asked in your interviews, you can be in your oral interviews can be asked a question that says, if the school principal tell you to go wash his or her car, well, how can you handle that situation? So first of all, you need to respect for human dignity. The car means you need to know your rights. You need to know your rights. So he stated that no person shall be subject to torture or to cruel or inhuman or degrading what treatment or punishment. So it's something which is not allowed. Okay, so let's move on Article 10. Let's move on Article 10, same chapter, which is chapter 3. Article 10. Let's have a look. So Article 10 is talking about equality and freedom for discrimination. Okay, let's have a look. All persons shall be equal before the law. Everyone have the right to the law. Okay, it says again that no person may be discriminated against on the grounds of sex. So sex means gender, race, color, ethnic origin, religion, creed, or social or economic status. So this is now up to you as a student teacher, or it's up to you as an unemployed teacher or as a registered teacher to do what? To incorporate equality and freedom in your classroom. So all learners need to have an equal access to resources. You need to treat your colleagues in an equal way. You need to treat parents in an equal way. You need to tell or to teach your children, your learners, to make sure that there is no discrimination among your learners. You need to make sure that there is no discrimination among your colleagues. It is up to you to make sure that equality and freedom from discrimination is 100% in the educational environment. So Article 10 is very, very much important, and it can help you out if you just go through. You can answer the questions that may be asking about the equality and freedom from discrimination. You can score those points. Okay, let's move to Article 15. Article 15. Article 15 is talking about the rights of the children, the children's right. So it says what? Children shall have the right from birth to a name. So this came from home, yes. So the children shall have the right from birth to a name, a right to acquire a nationality, which might be which is a birth certificate, is subject to legislation enacted in the best interest of the children. As far as possible, the right to know. So the children, they have the right to know and to be cared for by their parents. They have the right to be cared for their parents, not only by their parents, but by you as a teacher as well. So you need to teach the parents. You can even do this in parents' meetings. You can tell the parent that it is up to them to care for their children, to make sure that their children are healthy, shelter, and some of the educational resource teaching, not teaching, but some of the educational resources like maybe to buy for their children pencils, erasers, homework books. So it is their right to care if beyond the school, beyond the school, if the school cannot afford some of the resources, so it's their right to care for their children. So it says that they have the right to be cared for by their parents. Okay. It's also stated that no children under the age of 14 years shall be employed to work. So no person, or let me just say, no children under the age of uh, 14 shall be employed to work. Shall be employed to work. Okay, that was Article 15 on the children's rights. There are many rights. There are many children's rights. So some of them you can just put them in. Okay, so let's move to Article 19. Article 19. So the Article 19 is about culture. Article 19, same chapter, chapter 3, Article 19, culture. Let's have a look. It says, every person shall be entitled to enjoy, to practice, profess, maintain, and promote any culture, language, tradition, or religion. You as a teacher, you cannot restrict learners to enjoy, to practice, to profess, to maintain, or to promote their own culture or even their own language. The language that means mother tongue, tradition, their traditional cultural values, or religion. So you cannot restrict your learners to do all the things, especially when it's come to culture here. You can during culture, you cannot even the culture events or that topic when you're teaching culture, and you come to the point that learners must come wearing attires of their own culture. You cannot just force them to wear, for example, you are a teacher, or and then you are a hero teacher, and then you are forcing your learners to put or to wear a hero attires. So it's not allowed. Let them enjoy their own cultures. Let them profess. Let them maintain it and promote it. So it's